What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Long Haul Lifesavers. I am John, and today we have our first project in the new RV park that we just bought. So where we are right now, this is the clubhouse, and there is a lot of stuff in this clubhouse. All of this is still the previous owners that they have to move out so that we can eventually open this up to the public. The project that we're doing today is we are going to build a wall and another storage room. That way we can take all of our inventory for the store, move it into the supply room so that people, when they're in the clubhouse, they don't mess with all of our inventory. The first thing we got to do is take out this countertop so that when we build the wall, we can move it to the opposite side of the wall. And the reason we want to keep this is because we have a lot of plugs that I'm going to run wiring down to keep those plugs. So if you have a cookout in here, you can plug in your crock pots, or you can use it as a laptop workstation, or just charge your phones. So first thing we got to do, take this out. So since lumber is so expensive right now,
Let's go, Brandon.
But we're gonna try and salvage as much as we can. These pieces are kind of ruined here from knocking off the leg. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into the next support, cut it off, and just make the countertop a little bit shorter, which isn't really gonna be an issue. And then what we'll do is we'll cut the legs instead of busting them off, so that way we don't ruin any more of the wood. This piece here has to come up so that my 2x4, when I attach it to this wall, is going to sit flush. So we'll take this off. Once we have the 2x4 in and the new drywall on, then I can come in, cut this down to size, bump it up against it so it's a good finish.
Okay. And then the wall is gonna run straight down this way.
Okay, now we have this countertop out. Now we start the tedious process of bringing in all the wood and the supplies we got today at Home Depot. I forgot to tell you, we bought Trailer Village RV Park in Roswell, New Mexico, so if you need a reservation for your RV, give us a shout. So if you know me and if you followed the channel for a long time, you know that I travel around with a lot of tools, but I've always had to kind of make do because there's limited room in an RV. Now that we have a large property, I can finally buy the tools that are necessary for the job, so I bought a bunch of tools. So today we have done some woodworking. We have started the process of putting up the walls. I don't personally like to build my walls on the ground and then lay them up. I like to put in my header stud and my base stud and then put in the studs from there. The first thing we had to do was we had to change out this light because it was running this way. And that was gonna be in the way of the rafter. So we had to go buy a new 4-foot one, flip that one, so that way we could have the light in our room. So let's look at the footprint of the room. So this is our base plate, and we have roughly 15 feet from this base plate to the opposite wall. And then coming down here towards the corner, this is our other base plate, and we have roughly 19 feet from this base plate to the opposite wall. So with those measurements, this gives us a footprint of 285 square feet, and that's going to give us a lot of storage room because really we don't have to move these shelves in the back because they can stay there and then add other shelves down here. We are also going to put a little desk in here right below this light because when we get shipments in, we have to go through and inventory all of the stuff and get it scanned into the POS system, so it's going to be a lot easier if we have a desk in our storeroom. Okay, let's come on over here to the imaginary door. So we have a 24-inch door, which gives us a rough opening of 26 inches. So I've already marked out where the opening is going to be, where the king studs, the jack studs, everything like that. And then I also marked where my studs are going to be. Next thing I have to do is go along the top and mark where the studs are going to line up on the top. So that way I can just line it up, toenail it in. What are you doing, Morgan?
I'm not allowed to use power tools, so I have a handsaw to cut out the door. What is this called, a jamb? Or, yeah.
What's the door opening?
Door opening. I don't know. I don't normally get to do construction stuff. Ugh. Can you see? Is it out?
No, it's not out.
How much more do I have?
Don't cut my finger. Move.
I'm not gonna.
You have about a 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch? My hand can't go that low, John.
You have to cut it at an angle, and then at an angle the other way.
So like this, and then in the center, and then this way. Oh, good lord. This is stupid.
Would you like me to do it?
No, I feel like they make a tool that goes zzz.
They do. But you wouldn't let me buy one. Daily update on the wall. Today we got the studs put in, so now we have the base of the room. I also, well, we'll get to that in a minute. So right now I have the studs. I still have to put in the cripple boards going across for the horizontal support, but it's all pretty much in and it's very strong, so that's good. Let's go over here and I'll show you what I did last. Here I have cut out for the door. So we have a 24-inch door, so this is a 26-inch opening by 82 because we have to have 80 inches or 82 inches. There we go. So I put in the king studs, jack studs, header studs, and it is very strong in there. So we have cut out the base plate, and now I'm tired and don't want to do anymore, so we're gonna go home. And that is the daily update for today.
John,
Yes.
you want to update the people?
We got all of our framing done, all of our cripples in. We just went to Home Depot and got some drywall, and now we are getting ready to put up some drywall.
We brought the supervisors with us to work tonight.
So today we have a daily update. Last night Morgan and I came in and we went ahead and painted all the wall, finished the sanding on the mud, got it all painted, so we're gonna flip you around, show you what it looks like. And we did a rounded corner. That way, in case anybody hits it, it's not gonna be as bad. We got the door put in, hardware put on, shuts perfectly. So now what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna put the trim on around the door, and then we're also gonna put the base trim on. We went ahead and got the same type of trim that's already in the clubhouse. So I got all the materials over here and all the tools I'm gonna need. Then once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and put back up the countertop that goes over there. And we got a new table that's gonna go in the storeroom. Let's show you what the inside of the storeroom is gonna look like. And this is kind of gonna be our little office. So here is the inside of the storage room. Now there's no drywall up here because it's just gonna be a storage room. Nobody's gonna see it, so there's really no point in us putting up drywall and spending extra money. So this is where all of our extra containers, bins, all of our inventory is gonna go. And then that desk I just showed you is gonna go in here as well, so that we can have a computer and kind of make it a office. So now we are going to get to cutting and putting up some trim. What are you doing?
Cleaning hack. So it's bleach and water on a rag, and then you put it on a Swiffer, and you can reach all the way to your ceiling and then come all the way down to your baseboards, and you can run along your baseboards with it. Get those all clean too. I'm not bending over for no reason.
Another update for today. We got all of the trim around the door in. All the baseboard trim is in and caulked and ready to be painted. So that is what we're getting ready to do now, is we gotta paint all this trim so it doesn't look all dirty and grimy. So, okay guys, so we got the interior room done to keep all of our storage out of people's hands. So now we're gonna show you what it looks like. The room is done so that we can lock everything up, but the clubhouse still really isn't ready to open up to the RV park, but it's getting there. So the room is done, it's all painted. We got all the trim painted and ready to go. And we are slowly getting everything organized where it needs to be. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for all future renovations. Don't forget to like and share this video and give it a big old thumbs up. We'd greatly appreciate it. Until next time, see ya.